Welcome back. In this session, we're going to look at the relationship between assessment, curriculum, and teaching. This is a topic that's come up in other lectures in this series, and we'd like to approach it from the point of view of assessment and look at backwards from assessment to the relationship to curriculum and teaching. Looking at our model, I've added this new box on the left-hand side of the notion of curriculum to help us focus on the idea that how does curriculum relate to assessment? And there is actually a cyclical relationship here. Assessment begins not with tests, but rather assessment begins on decisions about what is valuable content. What should we be testing is determined by what should we be teaching. And the curriculum tells us what we should be teaching. So when we design an assessment, we look at what does the curriculum tell us is the important content, the big ideas, the rich things that really matter, the fundamental skills and knowledge that we really want students to do. And then we use that information to design tools for gathering information. And we're going to talk later in this series about those kinds of tools and what they might look like. We use these tools to gather information so that we can create a sense of measurement of where students are from novice to expert, from beginner to advanced or intermediate student, depending on the scale of you're working in. And we use those measurements to help us think about, so what should we be doing in our teaching now that we know where students are? What changes can we make, if any? And we turn that into teaching plans. And I'm sure you've already thought about planning your teaching. So assessment becomes a tool that links the curriculum with your teaching. And that decisions that we make about should we change students' groups, should we put students in a different activity, should we use a different teaching material, all of these decisions inform us about what content we're teaching. And then the cycle begins again of, are they learning what I'm teaching? How can I gather information about my success in getting students to learn what is valuable? And so on. So this whole cycle of educational assessment is about linking what we do as practical teachers with what governments and societies or districts say, this is what you're supposed to teach.